The Giants you knew before, the Giants everyone knew before this year are gone. The Giants everyone knew by week 1, gone. Week 2, gone. Especially week 3 when everyone thought that they were getting proved right. Like, oh man, I knew the Giants weren't good. You hate to see it because they are. Because they are good. And they're no longer. They're going to the playoffs. That's happening. I don't care about any collapse. They have a pretty easy schedule coming up. They have had 2 straight games where they're proving themselves against high-end playoff teams, championship contenders, until they play the Giants. And now they're, oh man, this team isn't looking too good for this season because they lost to the Giants. No, it's over. That's over. The Giants are good. And it's time to acknowledge this. It's time to stop being surprised by these Giants. They were down 2 scores with 6 minutes left. It's time to stop being surprised that they actually won the game. It's time to expect this stuff. It's time to start setting actual expectations on this is crazy. This is crazy. And it's because it starts with the quarterback. I've been clowning him since the beginning of the year. And slowly, he kept doing like a little bit better every game. Now, Daniel Jones is a good quarterback. Daniel Jones is a good, and at least by my definition of a good quarterback, you have to at least be better than 16 you have to be a top half quarterback. And I think he's achieved that. I'll try and name 16 quarterbacks that he's better than, but, I mean, I'm going to lose count. We got Garoppolo, Geno, Trubisky, Brissett, Cooper Rush for now, I guess. I won't even count that. Carson Wentz. Matt Stafford. Yeah. There are so many other quarterbacks in the world that I can't think of. Jameis Winston, sorry. Man, I can't think of that many. But overall, he's been amazing. He's been actually, like, this game, he actually looked really good. And you could look at the game and say, man, they didn't even have 100 yards at halftime. Man, they were losing really late into this game. Doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter because Daniel Jones has proven that he can now bring a team downfield. Saquon wasn't getting anything going for the most part in the run game by the end of the game, but Daniel Jones was still throwing dots. To who? To Marcus Johnson, man? Come on. Wan'Dale Robinson is actually looking good. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Daniel Jones is actually... He's better than Kirk Cousins. That's the bar. And you know what? I think Daniel Jones is better than Kirk Cousins, right? And that makes this offense, if the Giants have Kirk Cousins with wheels and Saquon Barkley and anyone, I don't care who it is, anyone in the receiving corps, and Daniel Bellinger, who's actually starting to look like a good tight end, that's crazy, man. That's crazy because on the defense, they still have high-end interior talent, right, that can just kind of control the defensive line. The edges aren't really there yet, but the corners, they're physical, they're fast. That's what matters. They have smart safeties. They finally got their first interception today. It's crazy, bro. And you could say that the Giants are just winning games because at the end of the game, another team makes a mistake. Like, you look at the Titans game, you could say, oh, man, they just missed a field goal or else the Giants would have lost. Sure. You could look at the Packers game, say, oh, man, they really should have gotten in the end zone there. You got pretty lucky they tipped it. Oh, man. In the Ravens game, Lamar Jackson throws a pick that he did not need to throw. But you know what? The Giants aren't doing that. They aren't turning it over. They aren't beating themselves. Daniel Jones has gone 2 straight games without a turnover. He had a fumble at halftime, but that was nothing. That didn't mean anything. This is... Daniel Jones is a good quarterback. That's the main takeaway from today. See you in the Super Bowl because the Giants are that good.